Start it again. Start it. Leave it. Start it. Stop. We're having a problem here that's going to be helping you to diagnose your car if you're having a car that is having a problem with the idle control sensor. You will have to know how to be able to fix that problem after watching this video today. So as I'm talking to you right now, I am having a Make 3 90, I think this should be 96 model. This is a GT edition actually, so you can see the ABS right there and have a lot of other features right here. Now you can see that the air bus is not here. I removed it for some certain reasons, and you can see that I removed the ECU because it was a serious challenge trying actually to get this information which I'm about to drop for you guys today. You guys who are my ideal subscribers, if at all I have any ideal subscribers. So now the first symptoms which you're going to be having if suppose your idle air control valve or idle control sensor is having a problem, the first symptoms you're going to be having is that you're going to be having a hard start. So those hard starts is going to be including even in the morning, intermittent in the morning, it could be in the noon, it could be in the night. It doesn't choose any weather, so it can decide to act up at any time, but you're going to be having the car cranking over for long term and it's not going to be starting. So the first thing which I said there is hard start. Then the second thing you're going to be having, if suppose eventuality you get it started, then the car is going to be like acting up, like backfiring. You're gonna be hearing tap toop tap toop. I hope you can hear me. So you're gonna be hearing some kind of tap toop tap, like as if you want to shoot somebody down, like as if you want to shoot someone's ass down. So if you are having a problem with your car where you started is stalling, which is number 3, is gonna be stalling because at the situation of stalling, you're gonna be hearing that tap toop tap toop. So the first one, like I told you, there is hard start. Then the second thing that I'm telling you here is backfiring. Then the third one is a stall. And that stall what I'm talking about there is when you step on your gas pedal, it's gonna be like as if it's going all the way down. Like you can see here, I've actually removed the fuse panel for this very one here. So you're gonna be matching it right all the way down here, and it seems as if the car is gonna be drawing all the way back, like as if it's not gonna move, and suddenly it will be stalling and stalling, and the idle is gonna be terrible. So you have stalling right there. Then the fifth one is gonna be having a rough idle. This gauge is not gonna be stable. So in order to demonstrate it more, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna get this thing packed up because it has been a hectic day trying to troubleshoot this to actually finally realize that is where the problem is coming from. So I'm gonna be packing this up right now. So when I get this thing back up, then I'm gonna start the car and show you some other symptoms you need to be looking out for, the practicality of it, because if I get a car pieces up down the way you see it right now, stories sometimes it's not my own kind of ideal way of trying to teach you what you need to do. Instead, I want to show you exactly how it acts up. So as soon as you see that kind of a terrible behavior, you can know right there that someone told you on one channel like that this is the problem. Hey buddy, get me some plier. plier. Just a little bit more, because I need to actually pin this thing back here before I can start the car. If I can pin it back here, then I don't want any short circuiting problem to occur right there. So when I start the car, then I show you the difference between what I'm doing, so you can follow along and know how to troubleshoot it. Because right now I just showed you the symptoms, but what about the troubleshooting guide? That's what I'm about to teach you guys. So let me squeeze this shit right here. That is making a mess. Oh, come on. Now, some other thing you have to understand is, in some case, it necessarily don't have to be a Volkswagen make. It doesn't, there is no brand specific, because one thing you have to understand about car issues and symptoms is, most of them are being engineered the same way, because manufacturers are more like girls, you know, they copy themselves a lot. So they compete with themselves and they copy themselves. So it is, technically speaking, they have the behavioral attitude of women or girls, like possibly almost the same thing. They do anything to get attention. So pretty much now you know that it's completed. The whole thing is completed. So now I'm gonna be getting one of my turbo down here to start the car. Now when you start the car, then I'll show you how to troubleshoot this issue right now. So Jumbo, heat it up. I'm gonna be switching on this battery. Hey, start it up. Okay, you see right now the car started up. Now let me raise it. That's a serious active response right there. But I'm going to show you the other side of it, so you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Now let's rev it again. Can you see that? Can you see that? So there are tricks I'm using actually to be able to trick this guy here to work. And where is your idle control sensor for this very car? If you are dealing with Volkswagen make, this is your idle air control sensor. So now there are few tricks that I do with it when you have this kind of a problem, which I'm going to be showing you. One is to disconnect this sensor here. Then when they start the car up, you need to unpin this plug right here. Unpin it. Alright? When you unpin it, you rev it. Then when you rev it, you want to keep the car off with the battery on, ignition off. Alright? With the battery on it, the ignition off, and leave it, let's say, like 30 minutes. But before leaving it that time, you want to make sure that you disconnect this wiring harness, the connector that goes to the idle air control valve. You just witnessed the car shooting like as if you want to kill somebody right now. But on the second hand now, it's no more, it's not actively responding. So if you have come across all these issues that I listed up here, then that is the right time for you to start thinking about replacing this your idle air control valve. Now, before I go, I want to say one last thing. If you pull this wiring connector right here and you rev the car and it's very active as you're seeing it right now, then the computer still needs to reset itself. But if it misfires and backfires as you're seeing it the time I was showing you right there, and it backfires, then it's a sign that this idle air control sensor is bad and you need to replace it. So then if suppose it stalls when you start it, one way to actually eliminate it, this is the problem, is you have to disconnect this wiring connector right here. When you disconnect it, when you have that connector disconnected, then you can start the car without it. You have to start the car without this, then try to rev it. If you rev very smooth, then 100% chance that is where your problem. You need to replace this. But if you rev it and it's still backfiring, you could be having a dead spark plug. Alright? Because a dead spark plug can almost create the same situation. But in this case here, when you are certain that all the spark plugs are working very fine, but when you try to rev it, it stalls or backfires, then your idle control valve is bad. So for this very one here, I'm gonna be replacing it. I just picked this guy here to work right now, but it has been malfunctioning intermittently. So guys, at this very moment, I'm gonna be calling this video an end. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and I gotta catch you guys later. Bye for now. Start it. Stop. What happened? Start it again. Okay guys, you can see, so my trick didn't work for long and now it's malfunctioning again. That is why it was creating that hard start situation which I was teaching you guys at the first place. So you now see, thank God that they actually put up this intro so that you guys can be able to see that I'm not teaching you guys rubbish or crap right here. So